Money is integral in union work here because it both has the same source. And that may be surprising to you, and that's why I think we need to talk about that a little bit. I understand that usually we think about an approach of life, topics, things we are interested in or want to go into or feel repelled by, to think about it like this. Oh, spirituality, that's a topic that's completely over there, you know. And money, well, that's a topic that's like completely and utterly on the other way, on the other side of things. Really opposite, it's really over there. It's like a topic that's so far removed from spirituality. And that's how like the societal thinking some sort of works, or like categories from um, social societal mainstream thinking perhaps sort of work out a lot of the time, right? So we then have something like, okay, so this is very, very holy and sacred and like silent and like, with your heart, and I don't know, or maybe like negative connotations with spirituality too, like really stupid, really for lame people or whatever, I don't know. Superstitious people do that, and with money, that's like, oh, that's concrete, that's the world, that's where it happens, that's social, that's societal, that's power, that's when you have, lots of capacities and you can rule, and yeah, that's concrete, that's like something to build with. And then it just seems very opposite of each other. And I understand that we've learned to think in that sort of categorizing. But in truth, and that's what we do here with Twin Flames, bringing you to harmonious twin flame union, which is all naturally and intimately connected with truth. In truth, which is supernaturally always one. Not two directions, but one world. That is also the inner world. We look at this very differently. We look at it like, okay, spirituality. So that's really the science about life itself, about what is truth and oneness really means for us human beings. And what it means is that it is our basis, it's our foundation. We stand on it, well, with our souls. But we are our souls. That's what you are. What makes you human. Oh, we know that you have a body. That's why you become visible, and I'm visible to you through that as well. I know. But what is the core of me? What is foundational of me, what makes me human, is the fact that I have a soul in which this whole physical universe has appeared as a dream. But that's not dreamy. We're not floating away on a cloud here. That's actually very grounding, and it's truth. And spirituality is like typically the word for the science that is about that, about what you are, being anchored in truth and gaining clarity and foundation in it. That's spirituality. And it's really valuable because it is within this oneness that is having this one connection with truth, with divine truth. And that's very valuable. It's as valuable as God himself, as source itself, as the universe itself, as your heart itself. It's so valuable. It has all these innate divine loving quality emanating from it on all sides, never ending, emanates this value, this feeling of this is it. This is everything. This is what you need. This is what will fulfill you. This is what will heal you. Yeah. And that includes the dream of physicality, where you can feel that emanation from source, from spiritual truth, from divine love. In your body, you can sense it, feel it, be influenced by it, be healed through it. The dream of the material world becomes valuable through that foundational, valuable core. The whole world becomes a symbol of value through that divine core. Once you know that that is where it's truly at. But then, when you move a little bit more into the dream, we understand again that we're bodies and we're wanting to have a good life with nice food and a roof over our head and a partner and children and a mission and that sort of thing, friends. In the dream. And we want to have relationships in the dream with each other and with this partner that actually ideally would be your true twin flame, that is one with you on that core level of where God is presenting you truth. And then when you exchange with people in the dream, you want to actually have a symbol for value exchange, to make value fair and to express it well. And isn't that also the value that was brought into the entirety of the dream by the fact that divine love was that core of value? It is. But now you want to also have a symbol of that to sort of deal with that in the dream with each other. Because that would feel good, that would feel fair, and it would feel abundant as well, you know. You could express the essential value that God exudes constantly in the physical dream with a flow of money that would come to your heart and with which you can enrich the world by giving back things and flowers and food and parties and I don't know. And to have that circle, that flow, that the money flow through you and your social circle. Yeah, and in the worldview that we stand for here, of course, that would be you in your twin flame union, sharing with the friends around you that are also in union. Well, and guess what? That symbol of exchange and flow, energy flow, and feeling abundant and giving. Guess what kind of name we gave that? Throughout cultures and societies, the very most of them anyways. Money. That's what we said was called money. And people in the dream sometimes also say, okay, but we also have, people that deal with the money or that print the money. They're like bad people. What to do about that? Okay. But there are also people that are a twin flame, because we all are. It's just what you essentially are. That have a narcissistic personality disorder. And that's also kind of creepy in a lot of ways. When you're unhealed, everyone can heal. So I'm not worried about it in that sense. So it's not that, ooh, because money has some sort of creepiness around it. No, that's not true. Twin flames also have creepiness around it, because some people are a twin flame because that's what everyone is, that haven't worked out yet their karma and their negative things. And these could also be called creepy people, but they're a twin flame because everyone is. So it's not that is particularly afflicting money. It afflicts everything and everyone when you have not yet sufficiently integrated the true oneness that we're talking about that comes from the divine. That is actually where the true value is. Because when you have integrated that and you have reached that as a consciousness state, you won't see these negative things anymore of money or of twin flames. In other words, people. That's where it's at, by the way. That's where we're going. That's also where going to harmonious union consciousness state with your true twin flame comes in. Because that's where you resolve that stuff, or where the resolving of that starts, really. Because then you're going to work more on it, You go deeper there, and you become healed over time from all of that. That's where that comes in. That's why we do harmonious union consciousness here. That's why that is core in what I offer. Besides, I don't have anything else to offer. That sounds funny. I actually also offer a lot of things that sound a lot more worldly, such as a business course and a writer's course and working with art to find your true identity and stuff, and healing your body, healing your sexuality. But in these topics that I have a lot of material and experience and expertise in, we always connected back to that consciousness state. That's you could say, the true topic that I teach. Because that's different. Then it is different when it is connected to union, connected to harmonious twin flame union, the consciousness state. Then it is different. No matter what you say, it is different. No matter if you say, well, business course I can follow elsewhere, whatever, man. But it's different when it is connected to harmonious twin flame union. And that's why I have integrated. I took the effort to integrate such topics in it. Because that's how it works. Because I know of my own experience that it's really different once you're in it. And you ought to know. Or let's put it like this. I ought to give you the opportunity to work on these essential everyday life topics in the unionized way. That's what I thought that I ought to do for you. So that's what I prepared. And, soon, right now, when this video is made in October 2024, soon we'll also open more of the complete school course. That is a group year course. It's going to be called Twin Flame Abundance Now. And in that group year course, we will travel throughout the year through 12 such topics, with lots of theories and workbook as well. Besides, all the time tuning in with our heart to feel your unique twin flame situation and move forward with that on the scale of that consciousness change that it's all about, and that will make it come true for you every week in the group. So that's where that all will come together. Maybe interesting to know. Stay tuned. The doors of that group year course will open soon enough. I will, of course, announce it everywhere. So come to all my social media and whatnot. Follow me there. That will be very helpful too. Yeah, so now we have money in the dream as a token of what value truly is, and the true value is in the divine. That is some sort of standing outside of that dream, but exuding the true value inside of you in the dream. And who are you in the dream? You are a union, because you're human. You are a twin flame union, and you can find each other back when you connect back to that divine core directly. And how does your abundance in energy is money start to flow through you and your friends in that dream? When you connect back to the true value in the oneness directly in the divine. When you connect your money there. And it's both the expression of eternal value. And that is because essentially twin flames are a topic that combines thusly complete spiritual, invisible, foundational knowledge of what you truly are with fully physical, material, worldly living and exchanging and building and creating money and letting money flow and having parties that cost money and enjoying that in the full abundance of what the world can offer. Because your twin flame has a body, you have a body, you want to have a relationship with bodies that sensually cuddle at night in bed. That's what you want. You want the experience of having that deep spiritual truth of what you are, and the true twin flame in the flesh with the relationship and the family and the mission and the work and the friends and the food and the house and the marriage and the children in the flesh. And you want them both together. And that is the Tantra that it really is about. Tantra means weaving together of the most physical and the deepest spiritual. That's what twin flames are. That's also what you're wanting. That's what you're asking me. Petra, can we go to the true twin flame? Well, it's your spiritual truth. Cannot be any deeper. It's where you connect with God. Petra, can I make it come true in my real life, in my physical life, in my relationship on earth? With good food and good sex. Can we do that? And them sticking around? Yes, you can too. Because twin flames are both at the same time with the same presence in your life. And if you don't weave that in a tantric way together, then it's not a true twin flame, and it's not about harmonious twin flame union, and it's not worth having or searching for. So that is why money is presented here as integral in union work. It is a topic, just like the twin flame is a topic, just like divine love is a topic, just like the relationship with the ultimate lover is the topic. Money is also the topic. Value is also the topic. How to make energy flow through your life force energy in the world, in the physical, with money, because that's how we call that, is also the topic. Both are the topic. You want both. That's why they're both the topic. They are intimately bound. They're connected. That is a content connection. the content of what I present, money and love, as spiritual and physical, both meeting and weaving together as one. That's what you want, that's what you came for. That's why we have videos here about both topics, and also a practice that you can get to know when you come closer, when you go in the options that are offered for you. There are a lot of them also just simply below as links. And they will also present offers that work with money, that work with love at the same time, because the result that you want from it are also money and love at the same time. Of course, when you would move through everything that I have to offer and go to the harmonious union consciousness state, and then physically start to build your actual life with your true twin flame, then you will also become aware of the fact that there is a sense of having a mission to exude that love that you now have captured inside your physical lived union, outside of your union, to other people, to the world, and you can call that your mission. And then you start to realize that you start to also become this exuding point in the world of what is actually the divine exuding through you. And that is about value. And you share that value. And that you can also make other people bring value back to you, bring money back to you in that movement for your mission, for the received fruits of the mission that you share. And that's when you start to see, oh, that's how it works. Mission is part of the union too. It is a very good example of how you make money move through that world. It is really the fit tool, that moves through your mission, money. And you start to understand that this is an ongoing thing that starts to spread, and this is how we together will embrace the world. And that's the movement that we're starting here. But first, give yourself the permission to learn to feel at home with the sheer fact that money and spirituality are both content here. And they're intimately connected, and that you're not afraid of that anymore. And that's my first invitation for you in this video. And then we can see further, bring you through all these developments until you're there as well. And you're now lived through with both the twin flame teaching and the mission teaching. And you start to understand how that comes together in your eventual results in life that you're living too. And that will come later. But first, just learn a little bit more about, how this works, and learn that you don't need to be afraid of it. So I hope that helps. Love from Petra. What has twin flame union got to do with money? And how does that exactly benefit you? We are going to talk more about this in a webinar. And I will present that to you without any cost. And I will also not even sell you anything inside of it. I just want you to understand more about the connection between twin flame union, which is what you are and want to manifest in real life, and money, the symbol of value from the divine itself, but then in the physical life, where you also want to live eventually with your true twin flame in a valuable life. And how that connection and bringing that together and actually making money as well as love, both normal topics to talk about and live inside, and also invest and also let it flow to you, and all these movements that you can do with both love and money. And just to research more about what that is and what's the truth of it for you, and how you can all make it work for the betterment of your goals, to achieve your harmonious twin flame union consciousness state that it's really at for you, where you can start to build that life that you want with them, right? And how does this money thing fit in there? And why is it so good? Because maybe you're even scared of it. Maybe you think that it shouldn't cost anything. And maybe you just don't have so much money flowing to you. So, like, yeah, if it's going to be about spending it, that sounds like an undoable exercise to begin with, perhaps for you. So, how does this work? Well, the webinar is part of the week in which we will be doing a social media game with lots of free to download workbook exercises, 5 days long, and a bonus day. And it's called the Devotional Money Game, and you are invited. The link to join the game is below. But there will also be, in the course of this week, next week, when we're speaking right now in October 2024, we start at Monday the 21st. In the course of this week, I will also present you this webinar. So when you look at the context of the game itself, then you can see that in that game, you will actually be learning a lot about how you can let the money flow to you. Well, if that doesn't sound good, then I don't know what. Let the money flow to you, right? Open yourself, open the floodgates. Look the money saboteur in the eye and transform him so that you become open to receiving money. And lots of very concrete exercises to actually execute, do action on your money life to let it flow to you. So, and in that week, you're also going to get this webinar about, well, and this is how it fits in. This is going to explain to you eventually, this webinar, how the divine money path comes into existence through understanding more about how to let it flow to you, but also how to let it connect love and money in the journey and how that benefits you. And then you get to learn that there is something called a divine money path. And that is what you can enter. And that is very unknown as of yet. And it is a secret, an inner secret of the twin flame journey. And you can step onto that path and things will unfold for you in a very different way. But how and why and all of that. Yeah, that's what we're going to talk about, because it will just take over all this heaviness about money from you and transform it into something that is happy and fulfilling. And that's what the Divine Money Path teaches. And it's something that you can do when you become more aware of in the first place. And that's why I give that webinar. Yeah. So when I upload this video, you will also see the link and the date and the time. And you have to opt in for the webinar. And then I will see you and you will learn more about all of that. And I want that for you. I want for you to be successful and to be stress-free about money and to really be devoted to the divine money path, because it will bring you everything that you feel you need but are maybe afraid of. So I'll see you then. Love from Petra.